Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. Thanks so much for tuning in here. It is June 10th. We have another great week with another great master topic, which we'll get to in just a second. But I do want to thank you for coming here. If you're new here and you're watching us, well, then just go ahead and launch your camera app, point it over the QR code like so, touch the yellow ellipse just on your phone. And a couple seconds, you'll get my link tree. If you're not watching us and you're listening to us, then go to believemeachieve.com for more of my great creations. All right, let's get right into this. So, thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're tuning in at midnight, 12 noon, 5 a.m., 5 p.m., 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., or whenever you choose. Thank you so much for making Inspirations for Your Life a daily part of your motivation. Let's get into this master topic. I know you're going to love this one. How to handle conversations. All right. So when we think about conversations, we're going to talk about conversations and the difficult types of conversations and how you handle them when they get a little bit out of bounds. So if we have to understand this correctly, I think the first thing we need to do is go to our friends at Merriam-Webster and ask them the definition of a conversation. I think that's probably the best way to start. So, a conversation, according to Merriam Webster, is a noun. It's an oral exchange, and I quote, of sentiments, observations, opinions, or ideas. An instance of such exchange is a talk, a quiet conversation. An informal discussion of an issue by representatives of government, institutions, or groups, or other um, organizations, teams, an exchange similar to conversation, conduct, behavior. So, conversations happen every single day in our life. They happen for social reasons, just to be friendly. They happen in business, uh, such as to cultivate relationships there, to help people solve challenges in their world, and to be able to connect them with new solutions. Conversations also happen in informative environments that are not so critical, but they do have an importance, such as getting in a taxi or a car and you having to tell the driver where you're going. That's a conversation. You may have a conversation with someone if you're asking for directions. You could have a conversation if you're asking, where is such and such? Where did they go? Are they here? You could have a conversation if you're going to the store and you're trying to find a certain bolt or a certain screw or perhaps a certain fitting for a pipe. You'd have a conversation with the person in the store. You may visit your bank and have a conversation with a bank teller or a platform person. You may have a conversation with a repair man that comes to your home to fix your air conditioning, or maybe someone that does cleaning for you, or that, um, let's say, is a carpenter. And there's a variety of other things, right? That you could have that. So, conversations, which is where I want to start at the very beginning, is that they are the basis for how we interact in our world. However, they don't just happen overnight. No, they don't just happen overnight. And so the reason I say this is that if you can appreciate a conversation, oftentimes is the beginning chit chat, okay, that we engage in to find out more information, to get to know someone. A conversation also might be how we are able to further our career or uh, further a project we're working on, right? Conversations. Conversations fall into a lot of different categories, right? I'm sure that probably makes sense to you. And so there are conversations that are basically broken down into four types of categories. One is called discourse, Um, a one-way cooperative purpose to deliver information, uh, such as somebody needs to give you an FYI of be careful. The floor was just cleaned. Make sure that you pay attention as you could fall. Dialogue style two, and it's cooperative. It's to exchange information and build relationships. Hi, Mike. I'm John. It's nice to meet you. I'm going to be your trainer for today. Um, Hopefully, you're excited about getting to learn this new material and collaborating with me and the rest of the team. Okay. You also have a diatribe, which is also a one way and competitive to express emotions, browbeat, or inspire. And then you have a debate, a two-way competitive, a purpose to win or convince. So let's think about this a second. So you got two one ways: a discourse, which is a one way and cooperative to deliver information. Okay. Then you have a diatribe, which is one way and it's very competitive. You express emotions. I can't believe you said that. Or you're doing a great job. One way. You're not necessarily expecting a response from that, right? Um, then you've got two-way conversation, which is a dialogue and a debate. A dialogue to exchange information and build relationships, like a friendship or platonic or non-platonic relationship. A debate. It's also two-way, and the purpose is to win or convince people that this is the side you're on, right? So I think now that we have a little bit of a basis for what goes on in a conversation, we could talk a little more intelligently about them. But there's a lot that we're going to cover this week when it comes to conversations, because conversations have to be mutually beneficially accepted. If they are not, ladies and gentlemen, well, this can cause problems. It can cause turmoil. It can cause people to feel intimidated, abused, harassed, and we'll get into all that later on. But I just want you to understand that a conversation, in its very purest way, is to relay information. That's what a conversation is. Maybe you were at a bar or you were at a club and somebody starts talking to you. Or perhaps you're maybe at your copier in the office and somebody starts talking to you. Hey, listen, we're ordering lunch in a half hour. Would you like to go in with us? We're going to order from this new pizza place. Okay. It's a way of engaging someone to have a dialogue with you. The problem with a lot of communication is it becomes me centered instead of focused on you. So if it's me centered, then you're not really going to pay a lot of attention to what I'm saying, because after all, there's no benefit because it's all about me, right? All right. So we're going to be diving into this very deeply this week. Conversations are how we communicate. And it's important that we listen more, since we have two ears, than we speak. I was mentoring a new intern a couple weeks ago, and he went out on a assignment. And when he got to the place that he was visiting, he started going on all about him and what he had to offer. And I said to him, they really don't care about you or me. They care about them. Well, the person was listening. They were listening. Well, kind of. What do you mean, kind of? Well, she said, uh huh, yes, uh huh, uh huh. And she was like nodding her head. Yeah, she wanted you just to shut up. But she was being polite because she was hoping you would wrap up. What should have happened is something more like, hi, Diane. Thank you so much for your time. Um, we help people that have challenges that want to reach a greater audience. Oh, oh, that sounds great. Have you done any type of advertising in the past? Yes, we have. Oh, awesome. What mediums? TV, radio, print? And they might go into it. Let them talk. When you talk, it's like they're not interested. Now, it might sound rude that they don't want to pay attention to you, but let's face it, a lot of people are rude and they are just about themselves. And if you're there trying to get their attention, well, you're on their playground and you got to play the way they want. Now, of course, if the shoe was flipped and somebody's coming to you, you would probably want them to hear more about your challenge. Let's take for an example. You are at your home and you decide that you want to put in an indoor swimming pool and you want to get installed in the next couple weeks because summer's coming up with July 1st just around the corner. And so when the person from the pool company comes out, if they're just talking about everything they have, you're going to get turned off. It should be more like, so you want to get a swimming pool? That's great. What attracted you to what are you hoping to achieve with a swimming pool? Well, we have neighbors and I have 2 kids and we just want to have a place we can kind of cool off and relax and just kind of chill. Oh, that sounds great. Do you have an idea of what size pool you want? Not really sure, but I like to get the maximum possible for my property without making it, get in the way of anything. Sounds good. Have you thought about any styles or shapes that you want? Yeah, I think the most important thing for me is a pool that has like a kidney shape. I just like that style. Sure. Um, have you thought about a slide? Yeah, we definitely would like a slide. Okay. How about a hot tub? Yeah, definitely get that. So let them talk to you. Maybe they're going to talk about the fact that, hey, they're going to do a certain thing. And I say, yeah, I can already see how well this pool's going to be once it gets installed and you're having your first barbecue with your family. I know you're going to be very happy that you chose to put a pool in with us. So you got to listen. You've got to understand that their conversation is the most important. Yours is not. And if you understand that, the person will start to want to get to know you and what you say. Because until you kowtow into what they want, you're just another salesperson, right? They tell you they want a pool. They tell you they want a kidney shape. Have you thought about the colors or patterns? And you could show them a book of patterns. When are you looking to have this installed by? Oh, we have a big party on 4th of July, and we're hoping to get everything done before the end of the month. Okay, it doesn't give us a lot of time. And as long as we make the choices by this coming Friday, today's Monday, and all the selections, that should be no issue since everything is in stock. We just want to make sure that we're getting everybody's schedule because there are different teams that have to come in. And we want to make sure that we understand all your preferences right up front. It'll probably take us about a half hour to 45 minutes to go through all the different selections. Would you and your partner want to come down to the store, or I can bring everything here, whatever you prefer? This is the most important thing, communication. You talk to people and you listen. And when you hear something, you respond back or you acknowledge that. I understand what you mean. You want a pool that's going to be low maintenance, and we can definitely make sure that that's done for you. Also, I see you're by a lot of leaves. Thus, that means we're going to have to change the filtering type to be actually more of a sand filter because there are a lot of leaves here. So you get the idea? All right. So this is just giving you an intro about how to handle conversations. We're just getting started. But tonight, I want you to go away with understanding the 4 types of conversations: debate, dialogue, discourse, and diatribe. Diatribe. Remember that a one-way communication, okay, is a discourse or a diatribe. A two-way communication is a dialogue or a debate. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, Sir Entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this fantastic, amazing, yes, Saturday evening. I hope you'll like, love, support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. Then remember, everyone, to click on that PayPal link and make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a savory dessert plate. We will be so grateful those pennies and dollars will invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content to empower you to become a better version of yourself. And what can help you become a better version of yourself? Understanding how to communicate and have great conversations that other people want to share and continue with you. Have yourself a great rest of your night, everyone. And you know what? I'm actually going to be back tomorrow. We have so much to talk about because this is an amazing topic that I think you're going to find extremely valuable. Have a great night, everyone.